to handle them. Know if you live in an area prone to flooding, if you live in an evacuation zone, and identify weaknesses in your home. Hurricanes are not just a coastal problem. Their impacts can be felt hundreds of miles inland, and significant impacts can occur regardless of the storm's strength. They bring many hazards, including storm surge along the coast and up tidal rivers, freshwater flooding due to heavy rainfall, wind, rip currents, and large waves. The 2024 season was relatively active with 18 named storms across the Atlantic basin, 2 of which were major hurricanes that made landfall in the Gulf of Mexico, Hurricanes Helene and Milton. There were also 2 other landfalling hurricanes in the Gulf. The East Coast was rather quiet with only one weak system to make landfall in the Carolinas. The most memorable system in the last 10 years was Sandy in 2012.
I remember
More than 50
that.
people lost their lives in the area due to a life-threatening storm surge.
Live.
There were more than 1 million people evacuated and more than 3 million power outages, some for as long as 2 weeks. The last major hurricane to impact the area was Hurricane Carol in 1954 and before that 1938 Long Island Express. In addition, the tropical moisture associated with what was once Hurricane Ida in 2021 brought catastrophic flooding to the area. There were 55 deaths associated with Ida. 48 of those were due to freshwater flooding when the storm was tropical. These past events remind us that it just takes one storm to make it a bad hurricane season for your community, and that significant impacts can happen regardless of a storm's strength. Storms like Sandy, Irene, and Isaias were not classified as major hurricanes, but still had significant impacts. Don't suffer from hurricane amnesia and be complacent this hurricane season. For a better understanding of the need to know your risk before the hurricane season, visit the following website, NOAA.gov Know Your Risk Water Wind. Also, be prepared this hurricane season and visit hurricanes.gov and ready.gov/hurricanes. Find out if you're in an evacuation zone at hurricanestrong.org and a flood zone at floodmart.gov. The next statement will focus on preparing before hurricane season. Here is the official national